Why it is the mention of Tron TRX and Webdollar pump and dump article is a good thing. So before I get into it, thank you for coming. If you're a subscriber already, I appreciate the views. If you're new to the channel, occasionally we do giveaways here and you'll miss it because if you do not do the 3 free things that I ask you to do, you'll actually miss it because what we do is we pick people from the comments, so comment down below. You need to know when new videos come out. You got to hit the bell for that, and then you got to subscribe as well. And if you can do those 3 things, they're absolutely free to do. If you don't like the content, take it back. Of course, we let people know when they get selected in the videos, and again, we pick them from the comments just to recap. So, myself personally, I've been guilty of doing this. I enjoy content, and sometimes I'm better at it lately, but in the past, I used to do it often. I'd enjoy a video, I'd forget to support the content creator, I'd get immersed in the video, and I wouldn't hit the subscribe button and notification bell and like the video. So do all those things to support the channel. I appreciate you, and let's get on to why it's a good thing that Tron TRX was mentioned in that Webdollar pump and dump article. Now, if you don't know anything about it, here's the article, and as always, I share my sources. Cointelegraph. This unknown cryptocurrency soared by 164,842% in hours, only to crash 99%. Whew, I feel bad for whoever was in on the bottom of that crash. One random cryptocurrency's market valuation jumped by billions of dollars in just 3 hours, reaching the 17th spot on the top crypto index. About 7.65 billion entered the cryptocurrency market in just 3 hours via a widely unknown altcoin on Monday. So it's not clickbait. Tron is mentioned. I'll explain why it's a good thing, and this is a pump and dump article, just to recap in case you're wondering. So hang with me. Dubbed as Webdollar, WebD, the token's per unit price surged from 0.0003711 of a cent to 61 cents between 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock GMT. That marked a little over 164,842% gains in its market valuation. Nevertheless, the price spike accompanied declines in volumes. They dropped from 345,000 to 318,940 during the rally. Wow. Breaking down those 3 hours of wild price action illustrated a sequence of incredible pumps and dumps. So, excuse me, like the stock market, this is what gives cryptocurrencies a bad name. And the earlier on that an industry exists and goes about its movements, the worse it is when things like this cross the media. Because what does it do? It doesn't instill confidence, it scares people, and it slows down a little bit the progression of the mainstreaming of the industry, because a lot of people, that are invested in the stock market are still afraid or dubious, skeptical, whatever words you want to use, of the cryptocurrencies. So this isn't good for mass adoption. However, sometimes PR exposure, that saying, there's no such thing as bad PR. Well, a percentage of it falls into that category as well, because this actually will also attract some people, but I think it's better that it doesn't happen than that it does, because this isn't the overall global macro kind of big picture publicity that you want. According to data fetched by CoinMarketCap, the first WebD, it's a good name though, Webdollar, jump took its market capitalization from 1.84 million at 9:54 GMT to 1.5 billion at 9:59 GMT. That is wacko jacko. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of pump. Wow. And that's just in 3 minutes. Later, as of 10:39 GMT, the market capitalization fell back to 5.12 million. So let's see, we had 950 north of 959. So 40 minutes later, it went from 1.5 billion to 5.12 million. That is a crazy, crazy dump, and that's really fast. It must have been really hard to get out of there if you wanted to get out of there. with your profits. Followed by another spike, unless you started dumping before the dump started, and then likely you probably somehow were in the know. Another spike to 9.5 billion, not everyone, but some, at 11:29 GMT, being in the know. At one point in time, Webdollar had become the 18th largest cryptocurrency project by market cap, beating more established blockchain protocols such as Stellar, VeChain, and Tron. So that's why it's good, because when Tron is starting to get referenced more and more, here you go. At one point in time, Webdollar had become the 18th largest cryptocurrency project by market cap, beating, it's described as, more established blockchain protocols. So gone are the days of Tron is smoke and mirrors, Tron is a scam, Tron is a shill coin. You don't hear as much of that anymore. You actually hear what you should be hearing, and here it's used, did I say here enough times, as a benchmark to illustrate what, some of the more established coins actually are, and comparing how Webdollar became so big so quickly because of the pump and the dump. But when the volatile madness came to an end, as the token's market valuation crashed by more than 99%, less than 2 hours after topping at 9.5 billion as of 7 GMT on Tuesday, it was at 1038. Oh, it was at 10.38 million. Okay, got it. Meanwhile, Webdollar's crypto ranking fell from 18th to 873rd. The Indo-X factor, Webdollar's price action on Monday, showed characteristics of a pump and dump token. Apprehensively, the project's market capitalization sprinted upward and downward by multi-million dollars, even as its trading volumes remained confined within the $400,000 range. And looking closely, 99.23% of its trading activity originated from a single exchange called Indo-X. Sounds fishy. My opinion, probably the opinion of others, many others too. So, can I zoom this, or am I going to ruin things? So we've got Webdollar USDT. What do we got here? Webdollar Ether. Okay. Indo-X Limited is registered in the United Kingdom under company number blah blah blah. The exchange is said, you could see it, I don't need to read it. The exchange is said to be headed by a person named Spencer Collins, who serves as its CEO and Chief Financial Officer. Another entity called Grace North currently serves as Indo-X's Chief Financial Officer. Cointelegraph's attempt to locate the two executives on LinkedIn and Twitter returned no results. Tell you what's interesting. There's so much weight and credence put behind LinkedIn and Twitter and social media presence, and a lot of the time it'll be true, but it shouldn't, be, how can I say, such a proof of validity, because there's so much nonsense that goes on social media that whether you find someone on there or not is not a good indicator of whether something is or isn't legitimate. I'm not saying this is or isn't legitimate. I'm just giving my opinion on an article I'm reading. The point is that, look, I personally know many people, and I myself have had experiences where these legitimate social media sites mess up, and you send them your confidential information like a driver's license or something that you don't want messed with, so you can get into a profile. I won't name the company, but it's one of the big ones that you were locked out of. You send them the info and they go, oh yes, you can get back into your account. They send you a link, and you know what they did? They sent me the wrong link, the wrong person. It wasn't myself. They had the same name. And I now had control of their account and was able to do whatever I want in there had I wanted to, after going through their security jumps and hoops and strict security. So I guess what I'm trying to say there is, and I don't want to get personal on it, I mean, I felt that way even before all this. Don't look at social media as a validator of something. So I don't, they could say that, they would have expected to see them, have these this type of presence, but it shouldn't be used as the end all be all, the way it's written here. Anyway, Spencer Collins, Grace North, CTO, is a fake person, works as support in Telegram chat. Huh? Spencer Collins, CEO, CFO, Grace North, CTO, is fake person. I guess there's some broken English here. Great. Work as support in Telegram chat, wrote Leo99 in his grievance on Bitcoin from bitcointalk.org. Continually postpone solving all problems for the future or ignore messages. A deeper look into IndoX Limited's official filings with the UK Registrar Office showed that it received a first Gazette notice in November 2020 for not sharing details about its shareholders. The company responded to the authority with only one name, Colin Spencer, who holds 1,200 shares, hinting that the IndoX is an individually owned company. So, the UK registrar later struck off the notice against IndoX. Nonetheless, the exchange continues to operate without approval from the UK Financial Conduct Authority. The old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. Kindly subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Help me out. Comment down below. Tell me if you like this, don't like it, agree, disagree. And as usual, hope this finds you healthy, happy. I will see you on the next video.